Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to day 5 of the Proverbs 21 day challenge. Actually, today is actually day 6. We missed day 5 because yesterday was actually the death of my mother anniversary, and so I guess you could say yesterday I was a little bit off and just had a just was learning just had to figure out how to manage that day because yesterday was a really incredible day. I will say it wasn't terrible. It was an incredible day. Now I hope you're not hearing the echo in the background because I am in my office and I'm playing my little music and I don't own the rights to it. Listening to some Jennifer Hudson. So we're going to try to play catch up today. Today is day 5 of the 21 day challenge, and I'm just going to dive right on in with the challenge. Oh, before I start, my name is Angela, and I am the founder of the Road to Economic Empowerment Training and Events, and also Road to Economic Empowerment Enterprises, which is a 501c3 organization. And my background is in criminal justice and real estate, and now I consider myself a culture change agent, aka cultural diversity sensitivity trainer. And I am just not ashamed of calling myself these titles and opening up about my endeavors and business endeavors, things of that nature. People set out their resolutions for 2023, but my vision for 2023, let's just do that, is my vision for 2023, let's say it that way, is to actually reach, do more outreach in the areas of in terms of dealing with empowering youth and actually touching more, making more connections this year. So I believe that I've been desiring to do, not just believe I've been called to do, but because at the end of the day, I believe I've been called to serve. And so you'll see that in so many different capacities. And I really do want to touch and minister to different lives and affect change in a positive manner. And so with that being said, our mission with Road to Economic Empowerment Enterprises is to provide strategies on building wealth and reshaping the culture to those who live in underserved communities. And we're going to hopefully do more outreach through my YouTube channel. And hopefully the goal is to have some internet-based classes as well. So, okay, let's get started. Dear friend, pay close attention to this, my wisdom. Listen very closely to the way I see it. Then you'll acquire a taste for good sense. What I tell you will keep you out of trouble. The lips of a seductive man or woman are so sweet. Her or his soft words are so smooth, but it won't be long before he's gravel or she's gravel in your mouth, a pain in your gut, a wound in your heart. She's dancing down the perfume path to death. She's headed straight for hell and taking you with her. She hasn't a clue about real life, about who she is or where she's going. So my friend, listen closely. Don't treat my words casually. Keep your distance from such a woman. Absolutely stay out of her neighborhood. You don't want to squander your wonderful life, to waste your precious life among the hard-hearted. Why should you allow strangers to take advantage of you? Why be exploited by those who care nothing for you? You don't want to end your life full of regrets, nothing but sin and bones, saying, oh, why didn't I do what they told me? Why did I reject a disciplined life? Why didn't I listen to my mentors or take my teachers seriously? My life is ruined. I haven't one blessed thing to show for my life. And the next verse is subtitled, Never Take Love for Granted. Do you know the saying, drink from your own rain barrel, draw water from your own spring-fed well? It's true. Otherwise, you may one day come home and find your barrel empty and your well polluted. Your spring water is for you and you only. He's talking about actually sex in this. He's talking about marriage and having sex outside the marriage. Your spring water is for you and you only, not to be passed around among strangers. Bless your fresh flowing fountain. Enjoy the wife you married as a young man. Lovely as an angel, beautiful as a rose. Don't ever quit taking delight in her body. Never take her love for granted. Why would you trade enduring intimacies for cheap thrills with a prostitute, for dalliance with a promiscuous stranger? Mark well that God doesn't miss a move you make. He's aware of every step you take. The shadow of your sin will overtake you. You'll find yourself stumbling all over yourself in the dark. Death is the reward of an undisciplined life. Your foolish decisions trap you in a dead end. Okay, so let's jump to the book. So for those of you who don't know anything about the book, I wrote Proverbs 15, How to Live, Love, Laugh, and Have It All on Purpose. Well, this book is for hurting teens. I'm meant to particularly target hurting teens, dealing with a lot of different issues, such as, you just name it, sex, crime, hurt, loss, disappointment, trying to figure out what to do, what's the next move, what to major in, what career to pursue. So this book is just it's just a compilation of different things, and I draw on my life experiences and life lessons, and I hope that this book helps that team. And I've always highlight the book of Proverbs. So this journal is an ebook that I've written, which will be in handbook form soon, but it's a prayer devotional journal. And you have to have a Bible. Doesn't make a difference what version of it. So day 5. I wrote, wanted to highlight, you do have to download this book off of my website at www.r2eeenterprise.org. It is $10, and it's well worth it, I think, because at the end of the day, you're going to be investing into goods, into a organization that's planting good seeds throughout the community. And so now, here we go. Due to the challenges I've been through, I'm drawn to women in leadership, particularly successful women in leadership, women who have defied the odds. For example, women who started from the bottom with little resources and climbed up the ladder of success, like Oprah Winfrey and Michelle Obama. Some people undermine women and see them as messy or weak, but not all women are messy. I especially admire women of power who do not abuse their power, but use it for the greater good. If you do not think there are women who are at the top, let me help you out. There are countless women who are CEOs and working in top management positions. Below is a snippet of those women. Yeah. And I think I'm going to say something about people who have comments about strong women. And I kind of tossed and turned with that terminology and this culture that we're in. As someone has said, strong is not a compliment. And I think it all depends upon like how it all depends upon how you look at things and how when things you may have experienced. Like I think any person who's a leader would definitely have to lean upon their strengths. And no one wants to follow any person who is double-minded, indecisive, who can't carry a vision out, or who doesn't have the capacity to carry out or doesn't keep their word and just don't have the capacity to. So I think strong in that sense of the word is not a bad depiction among women. When people think of strong, I think they have their own, I think they have their own definition of what that means. And so when I think of strong women like Fannie Lou Hamer, who defied the odds, making changes, I don't think a person who is weak in every sense of the word, I should say, would be probably at the helm of people's success lists, or I guess that lack of a better word for it, at the height of what people would call, something they was acquired to or strive to want to become like. But these women, like I said, I wanted to highlight some women. I consider Proverbs 31 women who have been in some leadership, held some leadership roles, or are in some leadership roles. And it's here, as you can see, I may minimize this a little bit so you get more faces in the picture. Stacy Plaskett. People have never even heard of some of these women. That's the thing. Stacy Plaskett, Congresswoman. Stacy Plaskett represents the United States Virgin Islands Congressional District. Mary Teresa Barra. I hope I'm saying it correctly. I want to highlight these women because, again, a lot of young women, girls kind of hear about are your entertainers and your sports figures, but some of these women, I mean, I'll be honest, I didn't even know, but here, I had never heard of some of these women until I think I did my own research. Mary Teresa Barra, first CEO of GM General Motors, Virginia Jeannie Ramey, IBM, Indra Nui, CEO, PepsiCo, Marilyn Adams Houston, Lockheed Martin, Margaret Cushing Whitman, former political candidate, business executive, and former political candidate. Previously President and CEO of Hewlett Packard. Safra Cates, billionaire banker and technology executive. Now, who didn't nobody even probably like who's heard of her unless you're in that arena. Like nobody even probably like not literally nobody, but majority of people probably don't even know who she is and never even heard of her. CEO of Oracle Corporation. Wow. Phoebe Novakovic. I hope I'm saying it right. Irene Blecker Rosenfield, businesswoman who was the chairman and CEO of Mondelez International. I'm going to read up a little bit more about that. Trisha Griffith, business executive for Kennedy Service as the president, chief executive officer of Progressive Corporation. Marissa Ann Mayer, businesswoman and investor, information technology executive, co-founder of Sunshine Contacts. It's Ketanji Brown Jackson, American attorney and jurist who has served as a U.S. Circuit Judge of the United States Courts of Appeal, Associate Justice Designate of Supreme Court of the United States. I challenge you to become a Proverbs 31 woman or man. Why? Because that is when your talents and gifts inside really start to unfold. You may already know some of the gifts and talents you have inside of you, but God will pull more talents out of you than you thought you never had. You didn't come here to make the choice. You've already made it. I like that. Okay, so let's jump to day 5. Day 5, y'all. Day 5. Wow. Thoughts. Oh well, what did I put? What did I say about thoughts? God is aware of every step you take. That's what spoke to me in chapter 5. And man, I must say, some things really spoke to me this morning when I read chapter 5 and chapter 6, but I will digress and read. Has your mind ever been flooded with thoughts? Have you ever felt bombarded with negative thoughts that you almost felt like you couldn't move or did not know if you were coming or going? If so, how did you handle it? As a young girl growing up, my mother used to make me and my sister pray the Our Father prayer every day before going to school. If you are not sure what the Our Father prayer is, go read Matthew 5:5 in the Bible. You don't have to start your day with prayer, but I believe I had a better day when I prayed at the start of my day. Prayer is about provision, guidance, and protection. It is also about giving God thanks. As a kid, I really did not think much of or about prayer. I just rehearsed it because my mother told me to. It later became a practice for me, and just by practicing and saying the prayer out loud every day, I became comfortable with praying. So what was your thoughts? And let's end this video, this particular day with prayer. Lord, once again, here I am to acknowledge that my thoughts are not always like your thoughts, nor my ways like your ways. I thank you for causing me to even notice and desire to be more like you. I pray that through your word, you will continue to show me myself, and that wealth and riches are in my mouth. I will not kill or destroy with my words, but believe that your words give life, and what I speak will come to pass. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, guys, I'll see you in day 6. Be blessed.